The 2018-19 season saw Celtic have to start in the first qualifying round of the Champions League for the first time. A 3-0 away win was followed by a 3-0 home win over Alaskert of Armenia. It was in the second qualifying round a meeting with Rosenborg, where Celtic won 3-1 at Celtic Park and 0-0 over in Norway. The third qualifying round had a 1-1 draw at home at AEK Athens, but then a 2-1 defeat in Greece meant Celtic dropped into the Europa League playoff round, where they faced FK Suduva. A 1-1 draw in Lithuania was followed by a 3-0 win at home, so Celtic went into the Europa League group stages, where they got 9 points and finished second in the group. Opening game was a 1-0 win at home to Rosenborg. Yes, they had to face Rosenborg twice in this season. There was then a 3-1 defeat away at Red Bull Salzburg before a 2-0 defeat at RB Leipzig. The fourth game was in a 2-1 win over RB Leipzig at Celtic Park before the fifth game was a 1-0 win away to Rosenborg again. The final game was a 2-1 defeat to Red Bull Salzburg, but that was still enough points on the board to get through to the last 32, where they faced Valencia, but sadly lost 2-0 at Celtic Park and 1-0 in Spain, which meant Celtic dropped out of Europe altogether. And after that, Brendan Rodgers left to go and manage Leicester City. So in the last second, Neil Lennon came in. By which point, Celtic had already got the League Cup on the sideboard. They'd beaten Partick Thistle 3-1 in the second round away from home, beaten St Johnstone 1-0 up at McDermott Park, and then won 3-0 against Hearts in the semi-final, which played at Murrayfield because the two semi-finals were played on the same day. And then the final was a 1-0 win over Aberdeen at Hampden for the 18th League Cup. In the league, Celtic finished with 87 points in 38 games, 27 wins, 6 draws and 5 defeats. That was 9 points clear of second place Rangers. It was a shaky start with only 3 wins in the first 6 games, but one of them was against Rangers. It was defeats at Hearts and Kilmarnock, then won 7 of the next 9 before defeat at Hibernian. The last game of the year was a defeat to Rangers. They won all but 3 of the next run of games, including the 2-1 win at Hearts and Neil Lennon's first game back. They then beat Rangers at the end of March, and the 3-0 away win to Aberdeen clinched the title ahead of another defeat at Ibrox. Following that Hearts game, Celtic had to play Hibernian in the Scottish Cup, having beaten Airdrie 3-0 in the fourth round at home and St Johnstone 5-0 in the fifth round at home. So they went to Easter Road and won 2-0 just days after they'd beat Hearts in the league. Got through to the semi-final where they played Aberdeen, beat them 3-0 at Hampden before a final against Hearts. We saw Celtic come from behind to win 2-1 in the 39th Scottish Cup, a third treble in a row. Not bad for 2 managers. The kits was the green V-neck hoops. There was this white tartan with the Celtic Cross badge. There was also like a fluorescent graph kind of thing that New Balance did.